Let us learn how to subtract 4-digit numbers. We're going to learn to subtract without borrowing and also subtract with borrowing. For us to subtract without borrowing, we're going to arrange all the numbers vertically, and then we're going to start our subtraction from the right-hand side. So we have these two numbers we want to subtract. So we have 6, 8, 7, 4 minus 2, 1, 6, 2. So we're going to start from the right hand side. So we have this push side here, 4 minus 2. We have a 2 right there. Then we move over to the next column going toward the left, 7 minus 6. We have 1. And then we move over to the next column, 8 minus 1. We have 7. And then the final column, 6 minus 2, we have 4. Next, we have 9, 8, 9, 8, 3, 7, and then we have minus 6, 5, 1, 3. We start again from the rightmost column. 7 minus 3, we have 4. We go to the next column on the left. 3 minus 1, we have 2. Then we go to the next column. 8 minus 5, we have 3. Now we go to the final column. 9 minus 6, we have 3. So we have here 4, 8, 6, 2, 4, 8, 6, 2, minus 3, 5, 1, 0. So we start from the right hand side. 2 minus 0, we have 2. We move over to the next column. 6 minus 1, we have 5. Next column, 8 minus 5, we have 3. And then next column, 4 minus 3, we have 1. And then final example of this type, we have 9, 4, 3, 6 minus 6, 0, 2, 0. So we start from the right column. 6 minus 0, we have 6. Then we move over to the next column. 3 minus 2, we have 1. We go to the next column. 4 minus 0, we have 4. And then final column, 9 minus 6, we will have 3. So that is how we'll deal with subtraction when we don't have to borrow. Now we're going to learn how to subtract with borrowing. We will always arrange the numbers vertically. We will start from the right side of the rightmost number, or the number on the right hand side. And then the trick here is when we have the number at the bottom larger than the number at the top, we'll keep going to the left column until we find a suitable place to borrow from. And when we borrow, the one we take from the left hand side, we move it to the right. Let's just do some examples to make that simple to understand. So we have 4, 8, 3, 4 minus 2, 1, 5, 6. Now we're starting from the right hand side. So what's happening here is we have 4 minus 6. What this is really saying, I have 4 items. can I take 6 from the 4 items? That's not possible to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the left hand side and see if we have someone we can borrow from. So this guy has 3 here, so we ask it to give us 1 of what he has. So he gives us 1. We have 2 left over on this side, and this 1 that we get, we put it in front of the number on the right hand side. So now we have 14 minus 6, we now have 8. Now we go over to the left hand side. 2 minus 5, we can't do that. So we're going to go to our friend on the left hand side and ask for 1. Friend is generous enough to give us 1, so friend is now left with 7, and the one we get, we bring it right in front of 2 and makes it 12. Now we have 12 minus 5, that gives us 7. Then we go over to the column on the left. Now we have 7 minus 1, and that gives us 6. And so the final column is a column that has 4 minus 2, which gives us 2. Another example, 9, 5, actually let me bring it down a bit so we have some space for all that borrowing stuff that we're doing. So we have 9, 5, 1, 0, minus 3, 8, 5, 6. We're going to start from the right hand side. We have nothing and we need to give away 6. We can't do that. So 0 minus 6, something we cannot do. So we're going to go to our friend on the left hand side. He has 1. He's willing to be generous enough to be left with 0. So the one he gives us, we bring right in front of the 0 on the right hand side. And now we have 10 minus 6, which should give us 4. Now we're in a situation where we have 0 minus 5. We can't do that, so we go to the neighbor on the left hand side has 5. So we're going to say, can I have 1? Generous enough, gives us 1 and has 4. And now we bring that one right here, and that is this column here. Let's keep it consistent. So now we have 10 minus 5 gives us 5. Now we move over to this column here. 4 minus 8, not something we can do. So let's go to our neighbor on the left, and he has 9, and he's deciding to part away with 1. So we have 8, and the one that he parts away with, he gives us, and we put it right in front of 4, makes it 14. 14 minus 8, we have 6, and then our final column is 8 minus 3, which is going to give us 5. Now our final set of examples, we have 7,000 minus 2,654. All right, let's start from the column on the right. The column on the right, we have 0 minus 4. We cannot do that. So we go over to our friend on the left, doesn't have anything to offer us. We go over to our friend on the left again. That one doesn't have anything to offer us. Now we go to that friend on the left again, and he has 7, willing to part away with 1. So we have 6. So that one that he parts away with brings it right here. So now this has 10 that he can part away with. So he's now generous enough to part away with 1 and brings the 1 over here that he parts away with. Now we see that our immediate neighbor has 10 that he can part away with, and now he's going to be reduced to 9, and we put that 1 right in front of the 0. So 10 minus 4 is going to give us 6. Now we go over to this neighbor here. 9 minus 5 is going to give us 4. Then we move over to the immediate number on the left. 9 minus 6, we're going to have 3. And then our final neighbor right here is going to be 6 minus 2, which is going to give us 4. Final example, we have 6, 1, 2, 0 minus 4, 7, 8, 4. We start on the right hand side. 0 minus 4, we can do that, so we go to our neighbor on the left. Has 2, willing to part away with 1, so it has 1 left, and we attach that to the 0 here. So 10 minus 4, we have 6. Now we have 1 minus 8 because we're going over to this column. 1 minus 8, we can't really do that, so we're going to go over to our neighbor on the left. He has 1, very generous, willing to part with everything he has, and is now left with 0. And the one that he's parted with, he decided we have to append it here, or we have to attach it here. We bring it in front of the number that we had before, makes it 11. So 11 minus 8, we have 3. Now we're at the point where we're going to this next column, and in this next column we have 0 minus 7. That cannot be done, so we go over to this neighbor here who has 6 and is willing to part with 1, so that it's left with 5. And the one they parted with, we put it right in front of the 0, and it's going to be 10 minus 7, which is going to give us 3. And then we go to the final column. We have 5 minus 4, which gives us 1. You can apply the same method no matter how many digits are in the numbers that you're trying to work with.